Peace be with you. Welcome to Healing Life with Positivity 24/7, 365, 365, and 24/7. Listen, if you're new to the channel, welcome. How are you? Come on in. I hope all is well. I wish you peace, love, and light. Bring your high vibration. Even if you're feeling a little wonky, I hope that by the end of this video, you will be feeling better. I pray that your inner child is healing quite nicely to the point where you just have a good time now sitting with your inner self by way of your inner child. Keep your inner child alive, I just heard. Yeah, all work and no play makes life pretty dull. Yeah, sometimes adulting requires for us to just be too serious, right? So it's time to crack a routine and break up the monotony. So if you're returning back to the channel, then welcome. Hey there, hi there, hello there. Peace be with you. I'm really glad to see you. Happy Soul Tribe family. This is going to be angel messages. I feel like somebody needs messages of encouragement. I don't know about you, but I know I do. And if I know that you're here, then 9 times out of 10, you do too. So welcome. Here we are touching and or agreeing. And by way of this card, it says breathing together. Look at us breathing in the moment. Oh, something about releasing. It says relax your eyes and breathe in and out normally. Pay attention to your breathing as if it were a captivating story. What part of your body is doing the breathing? Is it your diaphragm, your chest, or your whole body? How rapid is your breathing? Are you taking quick breaths? Are they long and drawn out? Do you find it difficult to breathe? Is there any pain in your body by way of you taking a deep breath? It says, assess everything you can about your breaths. After that, breathe intentionally for 8 minutes, okay? So let's just be honest. This card came out in the last reading. So this is something that the angels are absolutely adamant about. When I look at that card, I think about the ability to go forward and or go with the flow. I think we all can say that it's an honest reminder, right? To just remember to breathe. I don't feel like anybody's exempt. I don't think you get to a certain level by way of your evolution where you don't need these kind reminders, right? Sometimes, we give the impression by way of other people's views of us that we have it all figured out. And again, this is a red flag. Nobody's got it all figured out. Let's just be clear. At least I don't. There's always room for growth. There's always room for self-inspection. I just heard introspection, going within, really paying attention to those things that need to be paid attention to, right? The areas of your life that need nurturing. Because again, breathing is about balance. That's what I get. I would love to hear your point of view in the comments. Tell me how you feel. Let's have a conversation right here online. What is your take on this? Breathe in the moment, right? What does that mean to you? It's something about having your own translation of these messages, right? It's one thing to come to a platform and then you hear somebody that, is in a particular position to teach you and you listen. But there's something about interactive education by way of spirituality and or growing, right? What it does is it leaves room for a real conversation because what you comment might be something that I might need to look at and get a new perspective on how we're translating that angel message. Breathe in the moment. It says just by acknowledging your breaths, you give yourself more life and more value. That's powerful. So taking a deep breath, I just gave myself more life and more value. Irregardless to what the outer experience is, outer energies, peace that surpasses all understanding, controlling those things that I can control, even if that only thing, somebody, place, or whatever that is myself and my own mindset, right? It says conscious breathing, okay? This is like a redundant reminder. I'm like, okay, so maybe source is telling me that I need to breathe more. And I've been doing it too, honestly, y'all, just like a real little, spiritual break here. I've been really consciously paying attention to my breathing. You know what I felt? I felt there were moments where I felt selfish. And I had to ask myself, where did that come from? Why do I feel selfish? Because I feel like I give to so many people that I almost felt guilty being more conscious and or aware of myself, right? So I had to have a real conversation with myself and pull all the way back and pour into my cup what it is that I've done for so many people, right? Because it's not wise to keep giving when your cup is empty. Everything in balance, I just heard. Remind yourself to breathe throughout the day. Do you find yourself holding your breath or holding tension anywhere in your body? For example, your stomach, your shoulders. When you feel stressed or maybe slightly irritated, focus on breathing, especially in those areas that are tense. So what does that mean, right? It's one thing to take a deep breath. And I'm talking in my breath as I exhale, right? Can you feel that? Can you hear that? I absolutely can. And there's another thing to consciously breathe and pay attention to the parts of my body that that breath travels to, right? So I'm feeling something in my back, y'all. Just kind of release something. Could be stress, could be from sitting up too long, could be reminding me to stretch a little bit longer, could be reminding me to breathe while I'm stretching. I almost got caught up in the breath, y'all, that I went into a trance. It could be a whole bunch by way of a reminder, but it is a kind reminder. There's really no mistakes in how you can breathe, but being mindful of how you breathe is divine intervention by way of correction. Okay. So we're breathing into our body. I'm going to send that breath to the right side of me, to the left side of me, down to my pelvic and my feet. I'm breathing into my feet. Something about acceptance, Spirit just said. Thank you, angels. It says to be and just be. Be grateful for being, right? That's an adjective. That's an active energy. I'm grateful just to be. I'm grateful just to be here. I'm alive. I want to live. It lets the universe know, okay, listen, yeah, send me more life. Send me more of the good life. I'm grateful, right? There's a song that my uncle used to sing, rest his soul, and it was by Sam Cooke called I Won't Complain, right? There's so many things that we could find to complain about, right? Okay, there's a problem for every solution, but there's more solutions, I promise you. So I've learned more than they are problems, right? So this is about being the solution, knowing that everything is coming together as it should and trusting in that. It says, you are here and you matter. Somebody comment down below, I'm here, I matter. I like saying that, y'all, when I'm outside getting grounded and stomping my feet, because that's my way of letting Gaia know, listen, I'm here. I matter. I'm in the earth. I intend to live my life well. I intend to walk in an attitude of gratitude. I'm here and I have every right to be here, just as the stars, the trees, the birds, the animals, okay? The earth. I'm here, right? It's a blatant reminder to yourself. Sometimes it's the most obvious reminder. So today I remind myself, I'm here and I matter. Somebody comment that. Believe it. Give yourself this grace. You don't have to accomplish anything or become something. Just be who you are right now and thank yourself for that. So let's do it together. I'm here. I matter. I'm grateful and I'm giving myself grace. I'm just being grateful in this moment, even if it doesn't accomplish anything. I'm giving myself the right to thank myself for that. That felt really good. Give me your feedback. Let's talk about it. What's your take on this? Right? Let's agree to disagree. Maybe even with a disagreement, it just gives us another way of seeing things, right? There really are no problems. There's only solutions. It says gratefulness helps us maintain a positive state of mind. A positive state of mind helps you reduce stress. Why is the stress less so important when moving forward in life? Because stress is going to trigger you in either a good, bad, or an indifferent way. It's going to tell you fight or flight, right? So a lot of us know by way of childhood, depending on what you've had to go through, or if something happened by way of your adulthood, or something happened in adolescence, everybody at some point has had something that has tested their fight or flight, natural reaction, right, to life, right? And so stress is not good because it blocks the intuition, right? This is why I think Source keeps saying breathe. This is like the third video that I've done on this platform where these cards have come up about breathing, going with the flow, knowing that everything is unfolding as it should, and you have every right to be here. I am here and I matter. Come on now, listen. Healing 24/7, 365, obsessively, compulsively, deliberately. Yeah, because when I do that, I'm a better friend. I'm a better mother. I'm a better sister. I'm better for myself. Let's start there. I'm better to myself when I allow myself to breathe. And breathing also puts me, for some reason, y'all, let's talk about it. Tell me what you feel. But I'm feeling an attitude of gratitude. Like I do feel like I'm accomplishing something by way of just allowing things to flow and or unfold as they should. All right. So another kind reminder from our angels, they're saying, relax your face. Woohoo. Gently relax your eyes. In doing so, feel how the rest of your face wants to follow in turn. Let your forehead drop as in your jaw and ears float on your forehead. Now that sounds real interesting. Hold on, let me say that again. In doing so, feel how the rest of your face wants to follow in turn. Let your forehead drop as your jaw and ears float on your head. Okay, so that's like lightening up your face, lightening up your forehead, making your forehead light and your ears light. Let them float on your head. Okay, now let your tongue sleep in your mouth. Ooh, that felt good. Stress can tighten your face and cause your head to feel tired. Relaxing your face can help you feel less stressed. Ooh, listen. I just heard more peace, less stress. I don't know about y'all, but let's touch and agree. Let's just ring the bell on that. That's good universal energy. That's good equal give and take by way of you being here, me being there. Optimism, I just heard. Being optimistic about life, right? As we heal, as we've been healed from certain things in our lives, this really does give way for new opportunities for you to breathe in the moment, consciously being aware of your body, being aware of things that bring you stress, knowing what to do at that time, knowing when to surrender when you don't know what to do at all, and allowing the universe to give you the answers and or the solution to the problems. Because we serve a very loving creator. In that energy, when we're doing that, transmitters go off. Everything's being transmuted back to the creator. And it's telling the creator, hey, this is how my experience is going. Here's my report card. Hey, I'm having a really good time here. Or if you feel stuck, right? That too goes out into the ethers. That too is being recorded. But the universe is very literal. The universe just gives you more of what it is that you represent, right? So this is why being in a high vibration, even when things feel, slightly chaotic, whatever that is, right? You're seeing that as an opportunity to either fight, flight, and or solve or surrender, right? I like that. That came right out of my spirit. I'm just letting it flow, y'all. It's not scripted, okay? It says, give your mind a treat, okay, by breathing deeply. Clarify, please and thank you, my beautiful angels, our beautiful angels. Tell us what it is that we need to focus on moving forward as we obsessively, compulsively, deliberately heal 24/7, 365, 365, 24/7. It says, remember the good things you are good at. Come on, Spirit, listen. Remember all the good things that you're good at, okay? So I want to take this a step above and beyond. Let's start listing and writing down. As you come into this platform, it's very interactive. I'm very open to your ideas. I'm very open to you giving great insight on how you translate these messages, because you could very well have something to contribute that could help somebody else. Maybe that somebody is me. Maybe that somebody is the other followers. Whatever it is, It's your contribution because you matter. You are here, right? You matter. Pinch yourself. You're here, Spirit says. So remember the things you are good at. Make a list of all the things you are good at, period. Just the things you're good at, right? If you need help, ask people close to you. What do you feel my best characteristics are? Ooh, that's interesting. Ask people what talents they believe you possess. And this is only if you yourself are having, God forbid, seeing what you're good at. Let's start there. If you don't see what you're good at, pray about it. I say, I want to add to this card and kind of implement my own 2 cents by way of making sense, right? Pray about, what am I good at? Source, show me, what are my talents? Because sometimes the little things are huge. It's a talent. I know somebody that's really good at like putting balloons and stuff together. She's so creative and decorating cakes. I said, do you know this is a business? This is what I told her. She's like, girl, this is so easy. It comes to her so naturally, so easily. She didn't see it as a talent. She's like, girl, this is easy. I just do this for fun. Yeah, that's your gift. Making things more beautiful. Something about, having an eye for beauty, making things more beautiful. Why is that vital and essential? Because when you make things beautiful, you help people feel wonderful. It affects people's energy, the colors that you choose, the way you come off. Your creativity is absolutely a huge asset to all of humanity. So sometimes, again, be mindful. It's the little things that are big, right? What am I good at? List it. Write it down. Obsessively, compulsively. Add to the list every day. Ask people, what talents do they believe that you possess? The range of good things will start pouring in from small to large. As your list comes to a close, be amazed and grateful for all the things you have become proficient in. You have acquired much skill. Be thankful. Being grateful helps our body react in a positive way. All of a sudden, we can feel an overwhelming sense of abundance when we remember to be grateful for the things we have or the things that we are good at. This will help vanish and or vanquish any feelings of stress. I like it. I like it. Let's just eliminate the whole stress situation. Let's minimize it, right? As best we can. What are stressors? Things we don't plan for the day. You get up, oh, I'm going to do this, and you get a flat tire. Okay, God forbid. Well, how you deal with that really is going to determine your day if it happens at the top of the day. Listen, this is why it's so important to decide what kind of day you want to have. I started telling myself, how am I treating my day? This is the day that the Most High made. Let me rejoice and be glad in it. I'm just going to do that. Let me just commit to that no matter what, right? No matter what comes, no matter what happens. And then my day started to be really nice to me. Just good things started to happen and blessings started to flow. It absolutely is a shift. Excuse me. I feel like I want to burp, y'all. A shift in perspective, a shift in a mindset. Okay, hold on, y'all. Just on a commercial break, I'm going to post this. Do y'all see this? This is what I'm drinking. It's a blood purifier, okay? And I will post the herbs and where I got them from. This brother is amazing. I waited 2 months for these herbs and they are amazing. So anything that's good for my physical body, I'm putting in my body to help my vibration. Again, this is the blood purifier, I think it is. And maybe before we end the video, I will show y'all who it is. I think his name is, forgive me, Yaki. Yawki. I do believe you all probably might know him. Yaki's Awakening. He's on Instagram. Very educated guy. Very, very knowledgeable about herbs and plants. This is somebody who had all kinds of weird energies in his body by way of diseases, right? And he cured his body from heart disease, and he's got cures for cancer and all that stuff. Because this is where we're going, right? Okay, well, listen, just a little commercial break. Because I always like to share, that's the beauty of life, is sharing information. I always seem to get people that share good information with me. So I always like to give that back and sow that seed. But nevertheless, it says acknowledge what you do. How many times do you actually accomplish something in a day? How many things do you accomplish in a day? Do you even remember all of them? Take a day and just be conscious of everything that you start and finish. You will be amazed at how many things you actually do, from small to large tasks. Take a brief moment to acknowledge every completed task. At the end of the day, thank yourself for what you have accomplished. I love this idea of thanking ourselves. I love that. That's a beautiful download. This is a real aha moment. Rarely do I think I thank myself, right? This is for those of us that are healers, mothers, people that are dependable. We're problem solvers. We know how to come in and make things beautiful. Rarely do we thank ourselves for just being who we are. That's definitely something, y'all. I don't know, but I'm adding that to my mental list of reminders of what I need to remind myself on a daily. And as much as possible, obsessively, compulsively, and deliberately, you know what? I thank myself. Thank you, self, for all that you've gotten us through, even when you didn't understand. Listen, I feel a letter coming on, y'all. I love writing letters. I feel a letter of writing a letter to myself coming on. Okay. It says, take a day and do this. Be conscious of everything that you start and finish. At the end of the day, thank yourself for what it was that you accomplished. There may be things that were not completed, but there's always tomorrow. Never mind that right now energy. Be grateful for what you were able to accomplish today. This will add motivation to do more, even more tomorrow. So it's like, you know what it is? It's almost like grading yourself. It's almost like giving yourself some type of assessment of how you feel you did. And even if you didn't complete everything, it's encouraging you to do more tomorrow, right? Because you're the only one holding yourself accountable. It's something like being my own accountability partner, right? Is what I feel when I think about that. Yeah. Holding myself accountable for the things that I've accomplished and the things that still need to be completed. And God willing, tomorrow will be another day, because again, tomorrow's not promised. Really, all right now is all we have, this moment in this moment, right? And we don't never like to think like that, because, humanly, we say, I'll see you tomorrow, and I always say, God willing. Only the Most High knows tomorrow and when that's, coming, or if that's promised to anybody, right? Not feeling defeated at the end of the day for what you didn't get accomplished is what I just heard intuitively, but being grateful for what you did accomplish. This is about time management. Yeah, that reminds me of time management. Writing down the time too, right? If you're on the phone with somebody, write down the time that you're on the phone with them. Calculate it. Decide as to whether or not, it is aiding to your growth. If it's inspiring you, if it's draining you. These are great assessments. Being mindful of your time and where it goes. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? How long are you doing it for? Even if it's a thought, how long do you plan on giving this thought power? Okay. Is it conducive to you being a better person? Is it a good thought? Being honest with yourself and keeping it a buck. This is like being in a really good relationship with yourself, y'all. Angels, anything else that you want us to know in this moment? Anything else we need to pay attention to? Thank you. It says, name your emotions. Ooh, this is a good one for me. And you, I hope. It says, when we are passionate about an issue, we can become immersed in our feelings we don't quite understand. Learn to name your emotions. This will help you understand what you are feeling. Getting to know what is driving you will allow you to connect with what you stand for. That's interesting. Let me say that again. Learn to name your emotions. This will help you understand what you are feeling. emotions and feelings, feelings and emotions. Naming those feelings and emotions helps you better understand what you are feeling. This will help you understand your emotions. Get to know what is driving you. Ooh, this is interesting. This will allow you to connect with what you stand for. Ooh, this is giving me the reasons why you're doing what you're doing. We should always be mindful as to, why am I doing that? What am I getting out of that, right? How does this make me feel? Am I happy, sad? Do I feel, you know, responsible for myself, for others? Like really putting yourself through that self audit, really being a watcher of your own thoughts, you know? One might even see that to be like an outer body experience, kind of, you know, monitoring yourself outside of yourself and seeing yourself from the eyes of the creator. What are you getting out of this? What are you doing with your time? Right? What is that time giving you? Are you having a fulfilling moment? What is it that you're putting off until tomorrow? What are you afraid of? Oh, these are real questions. That just came straight out the ethers, y'all. It says, instead of letting your passions and emotions take over your actions and thoughts, name your emotions. So you will have more awareness of why you are feeling or acting a certain way. Oh, I look forward to the comments down below. I look forward to seeing your feedback, hearing your feedback, processing it, and hearing your perspective on everything that I just put down. This is where we get to know each other, y'all. Okay. I'm looking forward to the podcast where we get to call in and get to have a real conversation and, you know, share our stories. Because listen, your story is going to save somebody's life. This is what I heard Spirit told me. My story has saved somebody's life. And I've not even told my story in its entirety yet. Some of you get bits and pieces, you know, on my other platform where I talk about stuff that I've gone through, very similar to what people in the Divine Collective have gone through, right? Yeah. But entirely, no, I've not told my story. But even in that, right, there's a time and there's a place to do that. And understanding the time, understanding the driving force of my intentions to share that with you is the hopes that you get something from it by way of either resonating with it or learning from a mistake that I might have made that maybe you can prevent. Or maybe there's something that you have to share with me that'll serve just the same by way of quality of giving and taking, by way of us exchanging good energy. This is what we're here to do collectively. This is what the collective means to me, is equal give and take by way of energy, sharing experiences, and just having a good life. We have every right to be here. You survived. That is definitely something to celebrate. It says, examine your surroundings. Come to look at things with fresh eyes. That's almost like being reborn, right? It says a baby doesn't look at their surroundings as being good or bad. They just see surroundings. They just take it all in. He, she looks upon her world, his world, as being interesting. Renew your thoughts again. Don't label what you see. Just take interest and find amazement. When there is nothing to categorize or label, you will feel free of prejudice and stress. You will feel peace and wonder. I like that. That reminds me of simplicity. That reminds me of the inner child embodied, the inner child exempt from trauma, exempt from other people's ideas of life, right? Sometimes we think about how people caused us to see things a certain way. And then we could have gotten to a point in life where it's like, yo, wait a minute. How do I see life? Let me unlearn that, right? Yeah. Seeing things with fresh eyes, like a baby, very innocent. Don't label it. Prime example, if I look at these flowers, I'm like, oh my God, those are flowers. But if I'm a baby, I'm just looking at them in amazement. They have no name. I don't know the color's name. I don't know the name of what it is I'm looking at, but I'm looking at it in amazement. And what it's doing is, honestly, as I'm doing this here with y'all, biologically, it's sending beautiful signals throughout my body. It makes me happy just to look at it with amazement in the eyes of an innocent child, a baby. It eliminates having to know everything, is what I just felt. Y'all comment down below. What do you feel? You know, let's label the emotions together, collectively. Yeah. What are you feeling? It just makes me feel happy. Even if I'm a baby and I don't even know what happy is, I'm feeling very simple. I'm looking at these flowers in amazement, and that is giving me a feeling of joy to just take in my surroundings in amazement. That's beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful exercise. Angels, is there anything else that we need to know? Can we have 3 more cards, please? And thank you. 3 more cards. 1, future self. Ooh, this card is about your future self. Again, that has a lot to do with breathing, going with the flow. Now that the past is behind you, okay? And even when you reflect on the past, it's not as if those things never were. You just see them differently, right? The things that are behind you, because that's real. That's keeping it real. It did happen. I've accepted that, and now I'm moving forward. So the future self is about forward movement, and how I see myself moving forward. What is it that I've learned that's going to take me to the next level? What does the next level look like? I have everything within me to paint that next level, create it as I want to, by way of, either speaking into my future the way I want it to be, which really has a lot to do with my right now attitude. Because what I just said 5 minutes ago is now the past. And what I will say in the next 5 minutes will absolutely be the future. But what I've said in this current moment has a lot to do with what the future looks like. Okay, listen, it says future self. Imagine an aged version of yourself. Oh, this is my favorite. Not 5 years older, not 10 years older, but a version of you that is satisfied with a long life lived. I always laugh when I envision myself at like 99. She's so cute. Have a conversation with this wise old version of yourself. What advice would you get? Build a relationship and get to know this version of you. Do this for 8 minutes. 8 minutes is a very small amount of time in a span of 24 hours. It is a small investment that can grow into something so beautifully and great. With all that life has going on, to give yourself 8 minutes is something that I feel we all deserve. Listen, you may find that what is bothering you in the present has little to no significance at all. Funny how we can turn a stressful situation into nothing at all. Every time I do this, y'all, okay, I sit with my elder self. She's always laughing. She never gives me advice, ever. I don't get it. I've done this exercise in the bathtub. I've done this exercise sitting here at my desk with my eyes wide open. And I'm like, what would my 99-year-old self say? Every time I see her, she is just cracking up. Because whatever it seems as though is the problem right now, she's like, listen, we ain't gonna make it out of life alive, girl. Listen. She's saying we turn out okay. Listen, there really are no problems, This is what she says to me. And even when I talk to my inner child, I laugh with her because I am the elder in the conversation. And I tell her, listen, you're going to be fine. I know your sister is crazy. You're going to be fine. This is what I say. Yeah, it's going to be a little work. Emotionally, you might have a little issue here and there, but eventually we figure it out. So to think about the future self saying exactly the same thing that you're saying now to your inner child is a very powerful dynamic of different versions of yourself that are simultaneously, deliberately, compulsively, harmoniously getting you through life. What an idea. Think about that intentionally and do that a lot more often than not. This says the power of touch. Touch is a primal desire, a desire for connection. Touch allows us to feel connected to others. The more you are able to physically touch other people you love, the more you will feel connected to this world. Hold someone's hand, rub their back, put your arm around them, or hug them. The act of physical touch reminds us that we are not alone. If we cannot be physical in our touch, then of course we can use our words to gently touch others. Warm words and words of encouragement allow us to touch other people with speech. Positive words help reduce stress, just like loving and physical touch. So listen, there's a lot of dynamics to that particular card. I'm just going to share it. My take on it again, just like always, I'm open to your take on that. Please share it respectfully down below. I know you will, and we appreciate that, and I thank you in advance. But for those of you that could be single, or maybe, you're like a quiet loner, touch is really, it's something that for me, I'm very particular. Like, I don't let everybody touch me. Okay. I'm really particular when I touch people. It's with a certain intention. I had to learn how to love again, y'all, because of being so violated by people that, needed a lot more love than what I realized at the time they could ever give back to me. It was absolutely me giving, 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 right? So then I learned to love on myself more. I always talk about, I don't know if I've mentioned it here, but I always talk about wrapping your arms around yourself. I had to do that at times to overcome codependency. At times that I was understanding what being alone and lonely was, that there were two different energies and experiences. And wrapping my arms around myself really got me through some tough moments that were really hard. I did not know what I was doing. I just knew that I needed touch. I didn't want to mess up. I just felt like I just needed somebody to hug me, and there was nobody there. And then I was real particular too. I didn't let everybody touch me, which is a form of me not trusting the people around me. Well, that's why I had to change the people around me. But nevertheless, that's another story. So touching yourself, right? Even when you're taking your bath, take your time, right? Take your time. My baths, honestly, y'all, are at least an hour plus. I cannot be rushed. Nobody can knock on the door. Nobody can ask me anything. This is the time in the day where I don't have time for nobody else but me. And I'm okay with that, right? Now, if I decide to take a call and or respond to a text during my bath time, you're special. Okay? You're absolutely special. Nevertheless, take your time touching yourself, cleansing yourself, taking your time, whether you're picking skin from off the bottom of your feet, God forbid, or in between your toes or whatever it is, oiling your scalp. Take your time. Take your time. And I know this can be a balancing act for those of you that have families, a husband, a child, whatever, or people that just depend on you. But showing people how you care for yourself really does free up your time. Anything else is just enabling. Because what's the worst that can happen? Everybody around you figures it out. Now, of course, babies are exempt because they need a certain level of nurturing. Okay. I used to have to put my babies in the shower with me. Single mom, or put their little carrier by the side of the tub, because that's what I had to do. Okay. But even in that, even as a child, as them observing the surroundings, they're watching me love on myself. So inevitably they're learning, oh, okay, this is how you care for yourself. Yeah. And you don't feel guilty about it, right? So wrapping your arms around yourself, touching or reaching for somebody that you care about to touch them in an endearing way with great intentions absolutely is a beautiful thing. This is what we're in life to do. Can you imagine if you were the only person in the world? Right? Okay. What a boring place it would be, right? So be grateful for just every little thing. The guy that's screaming at the lady at the corner, and the guy that's got road rage, maybe he's got somewhere to go. Just put your hand up and say, you know what, God, just help him. Maybe he's in a rush. I hope he makes it safely. It says, touch your toes. More things about touching. It says, in the most gentle way possible, touch your toes, stretch, breathe, hold the pose. Think not of the stretch or the effort. Think of the beauty in the pose. When you are ready, bring yourself back to a more relaxed position. Repeat the process while giving gratitude to your body and the miraculous miracle of movement. Ooh, that's a beautiful thing, y'all. To be able to move is a gift. Okay? Ask somebody that can't move around. To be able to move is a gift. Be grateful every time you're able to get up, go to the restroom in the night. Thank you that my legs are working, my hips are aligned, that I'm feeling good. And if I feel something in my back, well, let me breathe and give that part of my body life and stretch it out, because my body is saying, listen, thank you. I'm thanking myself by stretching. It says, when we focus on beauty and giving thanks, the strain and the effort of any task is more evenly spread and we don't feel it as much. Acknowledge the beauty in every task and give thanks to the opportunity to accomplish it. Your reward will be a graceful life full of joy. That was beautiful. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. You know, this platform has a lot of great potential. Again, I'm going to be doing lives on here where we can kind of interact, and you can talk back to me and you can ask questions and I can ask you questions, because this is how we heal. I'm not somebody that's just online. I want to connect. I want to grow from these experiences. I want to be better. We are being better. We are better. We are growing from these experiences. And this is absolutely beautiful, because I truly believe that by way of us doing this collectively together, it's going to become contagious. It already is. There's other people around the world doing very similar things. We are just a piece of the pie. And for that, we are grateful, because we're playing our part of the planet. All right. You're playing your part in the stage of life, or on the stage of life. Everybody plays their part. I just like ringing the bell, y'all. I might bring the tambourine to the platform. I haven't decided yet. But I did order a tambourine, y'all. I really did, just to cater to my inner child. I used to sing and dance all the time, jazz, tap, ballet, wanted to be on the stage. And here I am. I ended up on the stage. I was just talking to my little self and I said, girl, do you know we are in front of the whole world? We still ended up running our mouth, using that gift of gab, okay, to be on the stage. All right. This is what I told my little self. And she just looked up at me with these big old eyes. And she says, we are. And I said, yes, love. We turn out okay. You'll be fine. Listen, I love y'all. I'm wrapping my arms around myself to remind myself that I am worthy. I love myself. I am here. I have every right to be here. I have every right to be happy. And I pray that you are doing the same with me. As we take a deep breath and we just show thanks and gratitude, even if we don't speak it out loud, just that energy is going out into the ethers, and your future self is thanking you, and your inner child is celebrating the fact that you are doing just fine. I love y'all so much. If you want to donate to the channel, go ahead. If you just want to send some love and light, donate some good information down below, whatever you feel that other people can, use. Don't be shy. Reach out to other people. Comment under their comments. Again, respectfully, if somebody is trying to comment and my name is not highlighted in gray, y'all know it's not me. Just listen. You still got some real weird ass people out there that just need a lot of love and light. Oh my God. But nevertheless, I love y'all. I will see you in the next video, okay? Peace be with you.